What up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If y'all don't know, my name is Camille. And just by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about VSG surgery, which is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. It is weight loss surgery, a surgery that I had, and I just decided to do a video on it because I had so many comments, questions, inboxes, just in regards to the surgery. So I decided to go ahead and do a video to kind of let you guys know how things went for me. So I had VSG June 3rd, June 3rd of last year, so 2019. So I'll kind of like hit on key things, what got me thinking about doing it, how I went about gathering my information to, what hospital, what doctor I chose, and then I'll kind of talk about the pre-op, how things went, up into the leading events into having surgery. I explain to you, how surgery day went, and then I'm just kind of going to go into, how post-op has been. I'm currently about 6.5 months post-op. So just starting, what made me honestly start considering having the surgery was honestly my weight. When I started the process, I was 291 pounds, like 0.8. So I was really almost 292 pounds, close to 300 pounds. I had already been trying certain diets like keto, paleo. I had been trying just different things. I did fasting, I did the shred diet. I was working out. I was doing a lot, and to be honest, I just wasn't losing the weight. Yeah, I would slip up here and there, but I just wasn't losing the weight. To be honest, my eating habits have never really been horrible. I'm a really light eater, to be honest. So that was one of my concerns with having this. That was one of my concerns with having the surgery, was my appetite being even more affected. But when I started to do research, what I saw was that it would actually kind of increase my appetite in a sense. Since my stomach was going to be smaller, I would be eating a little bit more frequently. So I actually saw that as kind of a plus, because prior I could eat, one meal a day and it not bother me, or, I can go a full 24 hours without eating. Now I can't do that. But really, that was a key thing for me. And my blood pressure, I could not get my blood pressure under control to save my life. I was on 4 different medications before the surgery. I had removed salt completely from my diet, but my blood pressure was still really high, and I'm talking like 180 over like 130. It was just really, really high. I couldn't, even with the medicine, it was just really hard to control it. So my doctor recommended me do a weight loss program, and it was just with the food and working out. So I attempted to start that process, and I found out how expensive it was. So for me, insurance does not cover that kind of program, weight loss program that was not surgery. It did not cover it. So I was roughly looking at paying about $400 a week just for the food. And, I was like, okay, well, I can't really afford that, on top of everyday life, bills, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work for me. So again, I tried to do it myself. I would lose about 20 pounds doing it myself, but that was really it. Like, it wasn't going anywhere after that. So I had talked to this company through my job. It's called Accolade. And you can go on there and you can kind of talk with nurses and, get opinions and things like that. So I had spoke to them, and they gave me a lot of information. And after talking to them, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Because for me at this point, I was like my blood pressure was so high that they were telling me I was like going to stroke out. It was possible of heart attacks. So at this point, I'm thinking, well,
what worse can happen.
You know, like I can go for it and I can see what's going to happen. You know, at this point, it was kind of like, let's just try it and see. So that moved me into, you know, talking to my family about it and talking to my wife about it. And initially, you know, everybody was kind of like, you can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. But after seeing me go through it so many times and so many times, they were kind of supportive. They were like, you know,
if that's what you really want to do, you know, go for it.
So I did. So I had to go through my insurance and I had to figure out what program my insurance would work. So I'm with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, and I had to go to a Blue Distinction program, meaning they had to be very highly ranked, a high success rate. And so I ended up going through Silver Cross Hospital. The program was called BMI, and my surgeon was Dr. Joyce. Just a phenomenal program. So when I started, I went in for like an informational meeting. And from there, if you're still interested after that, then you continue your appointments. So you go to like appointments every couple of weeks, you weigh in. Your goal at this point is, you know, to start the process, start losing weight. You don't want your BMI to go under 35 because then you don't qualify. But pretty much you just kind of meet the qualifications. They go over everything with you. You take some classes, you know, about how you're going to be eating, etc. So the requirements for surgery. So you have to have a BMI of 35 or higher, or you can have, you have to have a BMI of 40 or higher. And without a BMI of 40, you have to have a BMI of 35 and higher, and you have to have some kind of condition, diabetes, hypertension, sleep apnea, asthma. You have to have some kind of issue that is pertaining to your weight loss, thyroid issues, etc. So I met on both ends because my BMI was well over 40. And also I have hypertension and sleep apnea. So either way it went, I qualified for it. So after those steps, like I said, we did the classes and all of that. So you go through this whole process. I'm sure you guys, you know, when I say classes, you understand what I mean. You're literally going, you sit down, it's a group of you guys are going over different material. You do some blood work, some testing. It is some testing behind it. You have to get like a sleep study. You have to do like a pulmonary, lungs, function test. It's a lot of tests that you have to get done prior to, but insurance covered all of that. So once I got through that process, then it was like, once I got completely cleared, it was like, okay, let's schedule a date. So I probably started this process in about February of 2019. And by June, I was having my surgery. So just a rough estimate of how long it took. So like I said, at the start of the program, I was 200 and let's just say 92 pounds. And then currently I am 218. So I'm down about 73, 74 pounds total. So a week before surgery, you have the famous pre-op diet. So that diet consists of a clear liquid diet, pretty much all day long. So you're doing protein shakes twice a day, which gave me about 30 grams of protein. And then for dinner, you could have, I believe it was 4 ounces of protein, of meat, and then a fourth of a cup of vegetables was your meal every night. Up into the right before surgery, the day before surgery, then you eat your protein and vegetables in the morning, and then you don't eat after that. You have protein shakes for lunch and dinner, and then your surgery is the following morning. So my surgery was scheduled for 6 a.m. So I went to the hospital, you know, I got checked in, all of that. I was nervous, like out of my mind, nervous. I didn't know what to do. I was crying. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was so nervous that I made my period come. So just kind of an idea. I was nervous. I was scared. I had never had surgery before. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how anesthesia would go. Although they explain all of this to you, it's still new to you. So a person can tell you, like,
if you smack the water this way, it's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't never done it before, you don't really know what the pain is that they trying to tell you you finna feel.
So I just didn't know what to expect. And I'm one of them people, like, the fear of the unknown really gets to me. So anyway, surgery comes. They come in, get ready to do the anesthesia. I throw up really bad from the anesthesia after they give everything to me. I don't remember throwing. I remember throwing up, but I don't remember what happened after that. I remember starting to, and then I kind of fell asleep because of the anesthesia. But from speaking to my mom and my wife, they said that pretty much they cleaned me up and just rolled me back to surgery. So got back there, they did the surgery. I just remember waking up in this yellow room with all of these lights and recovery, and I was there by myself. And I was pretty much in and out of it that day. I was on the morphine pump, so I was just kind of like in and out. I couldn't really remember much. About halfway through the day, probably around like 1, 2 o'clock, I was able to like get up and start walking to kind of move that gas. That gas, baby girl, that gas is something else. I have never experienced gas like that in my life. It was in my back, it was in my shoulder, it was in my chest. But walking helped so much. Like, it helped very much. It wasn't really that it hurt, it was just uncomfortable. But walking definitely helped. So I would recommend, you know, walking. Make sure you do that, because that's really gonna help to relieve it. I more so burped it up than actually passed gas. I probably started passing gas maybe like 2 or 3 days later. But it's just an overnight stay. So you stay that, once you come out of surgery, you stay that day, and the next morning you're released after you do a couple of classes. So that was my experience of in the hospital. You know, my doctor was very nice, very professional. He's very funny. I love him. His charisma, everything of that. I loved it. The staff was great. You're on the floor with pretty much other patients that have had the same surgery, so you're not by yourself in this. And you know, you can have visitors, etc. The morning after, you know, you're pretty much getting like little medicine cups, like a 1 fluid ounce, literally, not even, maybe like 10 milliliters worth of water, and you're like sipping on it. You're sucking on ice. They'll give you jello. You're like sucking on broth, just to see like if your stomach can handle it. And then eventually, like after week 1, you kind of graduate to like softer things, softer foods, like Parade almost. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, then you move to like, you know, it's stages. So you just kind of keep going with those stages. Surgery for me, like I said, it wasn't bad. I wasn't in a lot of pain afterwards. To be honest, the day of, you know, when I came out, I wasn't really in any pain, just discomfort from the gas. I had that morphine pump, and I was in that bad boy just so I didn't feel anything. But when I went home, I was on like Tylenol 3s, I think, Tylenol with codeine, something like that. And that was fine. I was taking it how it was prescribed to me, so I really didn't feel any pain, unless I slept through a dosage. But to be honest, I stayed with my parents. My wife had to come and work, so I stayed at my parents' house for the first week after surgery. And so I had my dad there, and he was making sure that my medicine was coming when it needed, to be honest. So I didn't really have an issue of really missing doses. But yeah, overall, I would say it was a good experience. I would go back and do it again, to be honest. And life after surgery, to be honest, I feel good. Like, I'm 74 pounds down. I'm more energetic. I can breathe. I can run up and down the stairs. I am still trying to reach my goal weight. My goal weight is 176 pounds, which I am shooting to hit 176 pounds by the 1-year anniversary of my surgery. But I'm doing good. Currently, I lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. And that's with me eating correctly, exercising. I lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. When surgery first happened, I was losing like maybe 4 or 5 pounds a week. But I feel like the more you're able to eat, it slows down your weight gain. And then also, if you're not working out, to be honest, that's gonna slow down your weight gain, your weight loss. Sorry. So for me, you know, I started working out. I stopped. So now I'm more consistent. I'm in the gym at least 5 times a week, getting my cardio in. I do about 30 to 40 minutes of cardio, and then I do some muscle toning. So that's currently what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm losing about 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is good for me. My diet right now, I can pretty much eat. I don't eat any carbs. I don't eat sugary things. So everything I eat is like no sugar, sugar free, and like I said, no carbs. So right now I eat like beans. I eat a lot of protein. I have protein shakes. I eat a lot of vegetables. To be honest, I eat a lot of broccoli and cauliflower. That's my preferred, vegetable. I eat chicken, steak. I don't eat pork. So it just depends.
Sometimes I'll eat pork for breakfast, like sausage, but
other than that, I do not eat pork at all. But like I said, for the most part, I can eat. If I go to a restaurant or something, I order a healthy alternative. If I do want something like a burger, I'll do a burger, but I'm not eating the bun. I'll put it on lettuce and I cut it up. But the reality of it is my portion size are really small, so I can't even eat a whole burger. Maybe like a third of it is about what I can eat. If I have a chicken breast, I can probably eat a fourth of it and maybe like a fourth a cup of vegetables. I still can't hold that much food in my stomach. Overall though, if we're talking just the surgery, I think it was a very smart move for myself. Not to say that just because I did it is something that you should do, but it was a really smart decision for myself. I'm very satisfied with my results, and I'll kind of insert a before and after. But I'm very pleased with my results as of right now, being 6 months out, 74 pounds down. I did lose about 17 pounds on that pre-op diet that first week, and then everything else I lost after. But like I said, I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy with the results. And as long as I continue to be consistent with my working out and with my lifestyle change as far as my diet, my eating habits, I feel like I'll lose the rest of the weight that I'm planning to lose. I just wanted to, again, like I said, come on here and kind of explain what my process was. If you guys have any other questions, looking for any more information, feel free to leave a comment down below. You can follow any of my social medias. I'll have them right here on the screen. But again, just reach out to me. Let me know if there's anything that you're wondering. I am going to try to continue doing videos about VSG. I wish I would have started a little earlier. I did do like one video and then I fell off. I had a lot going on, but I'm going to try to remain a little bit more consistent about it. Again, if you guys have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section below. And let me know, if you want another video in regards to like what I eat in a day, or my workout routine, anything of that sort. Just let me know. This channel is a wide variety. It's going to be things health related, it is going to be things beauty related, it'll be couple things, couple routines, pranks, challenges with my wife. But yeah, just overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I just need you to do 3 things for me. And those 3 things, I need you to subscribe, I need you to turn your notification bell on, and also just like and thumbs up this video. Stay tuned. I do have more videos coming for you. I hope that you really enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.